imagination? What do you think about imagination? When I say imagination, what comes to your mind?
That little child that is so full of glee and happiness that their eyes light up as they think about something that they may not materialistically have, but that they might have, that they want, that Santa's going to bring them, or the Easter Bunny, what they're going to have when they grow up, that house, that car, that. So when I think of imagination, I think of, I want that. I want that whole energy, that positive, open energy, that believing that anything is possible. That's what I think of when I think of imagination.
And that's really good because you said the word believe. And I think that as we start to grow and we think and believe that everything is possible, and we believe that we can have it,
Right.
there's no stopping us, but there's no reason why we can't. So I feel that when we imagine things, it's something that can come true, but what happens?
Go back to that old point of view. I can't do it.
Or
It's not
perception,
gonna happen
or
for me.
perception, right?
Or perception. It's not gonna happen. No matter how much I imagine,
And why do you
it'll
think that?
never be mine.
Yeah.
It'll never happen to me. You know, and I think of, you see somebody, I see friends and stuff who have accomplished so much, and it's not that I begrudge them. I realize it's their imagination. I realize that they worked toward that. They believed in themselves and they moved forward. But then I go, but I don't deserve that.
Oh, it hurts.
That's not mine. Yeah, it hurts.
Well, now, Carlita, let me talk to me. Why do you think why do we get to that point where we don't deserve this?
You know what? And I have to take this back to the past. We were all raised by, I was raised by a very loving family who did the very best they could. But they didn't know that you can foster that imagination even into adulthood. And just continue to create that environment when all you feel is that you can grow like a flower. You are just this bud. And with that constant fertilization and water, you grow. And then as we get older, we stop feeding that.
What do you think the cause is?
I think for them, that's what they knew.
Them
I
being
think my parents,
yes.
my past, and now I'm looking at my grandson who is just my little light.
Love it.
And I look at him and I go, I don't want that for you. I don't want that. So I think to change this, we have to be the change. Okay? It's not about blaming parents. It's not about saying if they'd done this, I wouldn't be this. No. We look into ourselves and we start building that. We start nurturing that. We start creating that. And when we start doing that, our life begins to change. And all it takes is a little bit. Just a little bit of fertilizer. And when it starts growing and we see it growing, that excitement, that energy, that love, that encouragement to keep going, moving forward, to search even deeper. So for me, it's the importance of taking that time and loving yourself enough to look deeper into yourself, to pull out that imagination. What about you in imagination? Because I know, as my friend, so many times you see when my little light is fading out. And there's always a couple of questions you ask me.
Yeah.
So what are those questions that you would ask somebody? Because I know you're one for the person digging deeper into themselves, not someone giving them the answer. What are those questions you would ask someone if you saw that they were that little light, that imagination that had been building and growing, that light, all of a sudden that light was dimming and that flower was
I like your question. I think that what I would like to ask that person, or you in this particular case, you see the light, at least you get to see a little dim of the light, right? Meaning that it's not gone.
It's not gone.
Because you know what? When we start growing up, especially like you said, our parents, our grandparents, not to their fault, but schools.
Schools, you know what? Let's not forget schools. Even as a teacher, I'm thinking how many lights. Yes, please.
Yes.
I'm sorry, go.
No, go ahead, finish. Because
No,
like
but
you said, we're both teachers here, and how many times did we see it?
See a light and dim a light and realize, oh my God, how did I impact that?
Right.
You know, when you're doing your reflections and you're wanting to become, our lights, we're wanting to become better as professionals. So yeah, what?
Yeah, well, let me just start with, I know I was asking you, like, you know, with especially you yourself, as my friend, you know, we being teachers, I think that because you mean so much to me, and yes, reading so much about our mental faculties, our higher mental faculties, which I believe we don't really teach in schools about it, know about it. Many people, if you were to ask them, they don't even know what we're talking about. But I think that, you know, meaning so much to me, I would say, hey, Carlita, let's talk about it. You know, imagination. Imagine, because you know what we want, we can get if we're on the right track. So I think that would be a question that I would ask you. Well, what track are you on?
Right, and I would have to say, what do you mean the right track?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean? So that question pulls out of me the desire to want to go, okay, wait, let's go there.
Right, and once you desire, that's the key. You get the idea, you desire it, the action starts, right?
Yes.
And so I think that I would like, you know, that would be the main question I would ask you. The other thing is that when we were talking about school, right? I remember, and I'm sure you remember too, one of our things we had to teach was imagination, right? I mean, you know, you imagine this, and our kids, well, what did they look like? They would look at you like, what? Right?
I don't know. What do you mean? How do we do that?
Right, and
this was
sad.
our 9, 10, 11-year-olds.
Right, because we were teaching 4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, and I would see this, you know, I would feel sad because, you know, here we are as teachers trying to pull something from them that they've lost so long ago. And they're only 9, 10, 11.
Heartbreaking.
Yes, it was heartbreaking. Yes. So, yeah, I think that as a teacher, we need to bring it back. We need to let them dream like they used to when they were little. You know, I want this, I want that. And what was the first thing we would say?
Nothing wrong with that.
Right. And you know, our parents, oh yeah, you can't have it, we don't have it, we don't have. You start putting that in their little subconscious mind, saying you can't, and we grow up thinking we can't. And what happens? We can't do it, and then we wonder, well, what happened to us?
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And it's sad to know that, you know. So I think imagination is a very, very important part of our lives, even as old as we get. The older we get, we need to release and want. The sad thing, though, and agree or don't agree, sometimes by the time we do get older, we don't even know what we want. And that is so sad.
It is very sad.
Not only do we not have the imagination,
it's real. And we need to acknowledge that reality.
Exactly.
Because if we don't, sometimes we get stuck in that sadness.
Right.
Because it's so sad, it becomes sad for us as individuals, and we don't know how to navigate our way out of it.
And it becomes so real.
Yes.
We become to believe it.
Yes.
Like you were saying at the beginning, we believe this, we believe that.
Yes.
That's just a belief we have
Doesn't mean
in
it's
our
a fact.
mind. And remember, the mind is not the brain.
Right.
The mind is in the brain.
Right.
The mind is where we have all of our belief systems. And as parents, grandparents, teachers, human beings, we limit ourselves so much. Why? Because our imagination has been cut.
Yes.
You know, our
Definitely.
environment has so much to do with our imagination.
It does. And what we expose to ourselves, what we're being exposed to, even in our television shows, or what we
Yes.
listen to on the radio, or what we hear from the news. All of that just affects so much of our belief system.
What would you tell our viewers at this point, or how could we help our viewers, for those who are listening, to help them have a vision or be able to use more of their imagination? What do you think we can, how we can help that? I have what's coming to my mind, and I'll let you speak in a minute, is I don't know if you've read one of the books by Bob Proctor. He talks about, if you just pretend. There's a song by Nat Cole, Pretend.
Yes.
And I think that would be a
Nat
good.
King
I
Cole.
would recommend as an exercise, a song. It's an old song, obviously.
Very old song, but he's just
And it
such an
says
amazing
pretend,
artist.
pretend that you are doing this. Pretend that you're having that. And I would, that would be a little
I think
fun
that's
exercise.
That's an excellent example of a fun exercise, because I remember there's always people saying, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. You keep faking it, one day it's going to go, ding.
Yep.
And that's going to be that light that again, that's when you're watering that plant that is kind of is dying, and all of a sudden you see that new bud.
Yeah.
Keep faking it till you make it, and that new bud will start growing, which gives you that, when you see progress, you want some more.
Right.
And it's okay to be greedy.
Yes.
I think that's
Oh my
what I want to
goodness.
say. It's okay to be greedy.
It's okay to be greedy. I mean,
Yes.
ask and it shall be given.
Yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it shall be
yes.
given. I think the other exercise that I like to do is that in the morning I call my day right away. I say I want to imagine, especially the big key right here, that money's going to come to me today. I don't know where from. I don't know how, but I'm receiving money today.
It's all mine.
And it's mine. And and again, I think that if we start out with a positive attitude, with a positive statement in the morning, it already is half of the battle.
It is half the battle. I like that. Because that statement is you are, what is it? You're determining your day.
You're calling out your day.
Yes,
you already
yes.
know how it's going to start, and that
however it starts,
right?
That's the way it's going to
I mean,
end
with
too.
this heavy load of life that we have, it's very hard. But you know what? The minute you wake up, you don't even have to open your eyes and just call it a positive day. Call it today. I'm receiving money. Even put a number. Why not? So you can imagine and look at it. Look at it.
And
Imagine it in your mind.
I do want our audience to understand that it's not only money is part of it, and I think we're all at different levels.
Right. And it's okay.
And it's okay. Whatever level is, whatever your imagination whatever it is you're dreaming or wanting, just do that one.
Right. Just call
because
it out.
one thing for us, love her dearly, but we're always on different ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
That's just the way we are, and that's the wonderful thing about the human race and just people in general. We can all be in different places and still understand how important that imagination is. So,
Yes, the choice. We have, as humans, we have a choice. We all have dreams. We all have wants, and know that whatever we want, whatever we choose to want, if you really desire it, it will become. So I really thank you that you came and talked to us. Can't wait for our next one.
I kind of feel excited.
Right.
Because as we're talking, we're growing.
That's right.
And that's a really cool thing.
So imagination. Today, we're going to imagine. We're going to imagine we can conquer, say anything we want, just like when we were little kids. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.